Admiral Zethkar's mandibles clicked in what passed for laughter among the Vorthan species as he reviewed the intelligence reports on his holographic display. The bridge of the dreadnought Eternal Dominion hummed with the confident energy of a fleet that had never known defeat. "Show me these human vessels again," he commanded, his 4 eyes gleaming with amusement. The tactical officer, a reptilian saurid named Vex, manipulated the controls with scaled fingers. 3-dimensional projections of Earth's defensive fleet materialized in the center of the bridge. The assembled ships looked primitive, angular, brutish things made of simple metals and basic alloys. 37 vessels total, Admiral, Vex reported, his forked tongue tasting the air nervously. Their largest ship measures only 800 meters. Our smallest destroyer is larger than their flagship. The bridge erupted in a chorus of alien laughter. The Galactic High Command had conquered 14 star systems in the past century, each species falling before their advanced plasma weaponry and quantum shields. These humans would be no different, perhaps even easier than the pathetic resistance offered by the crystalline Jektai. Their weapons appear to be kinetic projectiles, sir, the weapons officer added, barely containing his mirth. Metal slugs propelled by chemical explosives. No energy shields detected. Their hulls are simple steel composites. Admiral Zethkar leaned back in his command throne, savoring the moment. The humans had rejected 3 separate demands for surrender, foolishly choosing to defend their primitive world. Their bravado would make their destruction all the sweeter. "Open a channel to the human fleet," he ordered. The main screen flickered, revealing the bridge of humanity's flagship. A stern-faced woman in a simple blue uniform stared back at them. Admiral Sarah Chen showed no fear, no trembling, merely cold determination. "I am Admiral Zethkar of the Galactic High Command," he announced grandly. "You have one final opportunity to surrender before we demonstrate why 47 species kneel before our might." Admiral Chen's expression remained unchanged. "This is Admiral Chen of the United Earth Defense Force. You have entered our system, uninvited, and threatened our world. Leave now, or face the consequences." The alien bridge exploded with laughter once more. Even the usually stoic crystalline communications officer's faceted features seemed to shimmer with amusement. "Your vessels are museum pieces," Zethkar roared. "Our smallest escort has more firepower than your entire fleet. What possible threat could you pose?" Admiral Chen smiled, a cold, predatory expression that sent an unexpected chill through the ridge. "You're about to find out." The transmission ended. Zethkar shook his head in amazement at human stupidity. "All ships, maintain formation. Begin the attack. Make it quick. I want to be home for the victory celebration." The Galactic Fleet moved forward with practiced precision. 200 vessels, of various sizes, their hulls gleaming with energy shields and bristling with plasma cannons. At the fleet's heart, 5 massive dreadnoughts prepared to demonstrate the futility of resistance. "Sir," the sensor officer called out, confusion evident in his voice, "the human ships, they're not moving." Indeed, the Earth fleet hung motionless in space, arranged in a simple defensive line. No evasive maneuvers, no attempt to scatter or retreat. They simply waited. Confident in their doom, Zethkar mused. "Range. Entering optimal firing distance in 30 seconds, Admiral. That's when the human ships opened fire." What happened next would be analyzed by military historians for generations. The primitive, kinetic weapons of Earth's fleet weren't the simple chemical projectiles the aliens had assumed. Each slug was a tungsten penetrator accelerated to 20% the speed of light by magnetic rails powered by fusion reactors. When they struck the alien vessels, they didn't just penetrate, they liquefied matter at the molecular level. The first salvo erased 16 escort vessels in less than 3 seconds. The proud energy shields that had protected the Galactic fleet for decades proved utterly useless against projectiles moving at 60,000 kilometers per second. The tungsten rods passed through the shields as if they didn't exist, then through armor, then through the ships themselves, leaving trails of superheated plasma in their wake. "Impossible!" Zethkar screamed as his fleet began to die around him. "No kinetic weapon can achieve such velocities." But the humans weren't finished. Their ships began to move now, revealing an acceleration curve that defied everything the aliens knew about physics. Chemical rockets, the intelligence reports had said. The reality was antimatter drives producing thrust measurements that registered off the Galactic fleet's sensors. Admiral Chen's voice crackled over the communications array. "You should have done your homework. Humans have been fighting each other for millennia. We know war." The Eternal Dominion shuddered as a railgun round punched through her forward armor. Emergency klaxons wailed as atmosphere vented into space. "Return fire!" Zethkar commanded. The Dreadnought's plasma batteries spoke, sending streams of superheated gas toward the human vessels. The humans didn't dodge. They didn't need to. Their ships were built like tanks, designed to absorb punishment that would cripple more elegant vessels. Armor plating 3 meters thick absorbed the plasma strikes with minimal damage. More railgun rounds found their mark. The Dreadnought Supreme Victory simply came apart, her hull unable to contain the kinetic energy transfer. Debris from the kilometer-long vessel spread across space like a metal cloud. "Sir," the communications officer cried, "the inexorable force is requesting permission to retreat." Zethkar watched in horror as another of his dreadnoughts died, her reactor containment failing as tungsten rods cored through her like bullets through paper. The human fleet moved with mechanical precision, their formation never wavering as they systematically destroyed everything in their path. "All ships," he whispered, then louder, "all ships, emergency jump, get us out of here." But it was too late. The humans had been studying galactic technology for decades through captured debris and intercepted communications. They knew about jump drives, about the charging sequences, about the brief moment of vulnerability as ships prepared to translate to hyperspace. Admiral Chen's final transmission was almost gentle. "Next time, maybe try diplomacy first. The last." Thing Admiral Zethkar saw was a tungsten rod heading directly for his bridge. When the debris field finally settled, 37 human ships hung victorious in space. Behind them, Earth continued its slow rotation, unmarked and unharmed. The Galactic High Command had learned a lesson that would echo across the stars. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology, it was their absolute refusal to surrender.